Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Wednesday, the 8th of November 2023. In today's Millwall news, we start off with this an excerpt taken from an interview that was put out on Mill's web, Millwall TV Plus initially, then eventually Millwall TV. It's James Berylsons' first sit down interview, and some interesting stuff in that. So this is from londonnewsonline.co.uk, South London Press's online website. We've taken that interview and clipped up some quotes from it. So we're going to read this. Millwall chairman James Berylson and why Joe Edwards was perfect fit to be the club's new head coach. Millwall chairman James Berylson has explained why he opted for Joe Edward as the club's new head coach. The Lions appointed the 37-year-old on Monday. Edwards succeeds Gary Rowett, who was mutually consented to leave by Millwall last month. Berylson, who stepped up to chairman after the passing of his father John in a road traffic accident in July the 4th, was heavily part of the interview process. Former Luton Town and Southampton boss Nathan Jones was in the final round of that process, but Edwards, who has coached at first team level at Chelsea and Everton, impressed Millwall's American owner. With Joe, I'm incredibly excited as I look over the next 2 or 3 or 4 or who knows how many years, Berylson told Millwall TV Plus. He is a very innovative and he can do a lot of things and take us to the next level. It was a thorough process and no stone was left unturned. His knowledge of football was very apparent to me in the way he was able to analyse our team. Where we excelled and areas of improvement, there's a lot he can do with the youth and academy. He can take us to the next level in that way, and I think the fans will really take to him. We get it, it's not just overnight success. Berylson has underlined his commitment to Millwall. I'm here for the long run, I'm all in. I love London and I love Millwall, it's fun for me. Fantastic stuff, brilliant to hear that. Yes, fantastic stuff there. Now moving on to this from the southwarknews.co.uk. The type of players that can get people off their seat. Joe Edwards on how he plans to integrate exciting young Millwall stars into his team. The new boss mentioned Romain Esse and Esse Emakhu when he quizzed on how he was going to handle the youngsters. Joe Edwards has opened the door to young stars thriving in his Millwall team as he reflected on the flair players already at the club. The 37-year-old, who became the Lions head coach earlier this week, has worked with youth players for much of his coaching career. He led Chelsea's academy side to 2 FA Youth Cups and was the boss of England under-20s before leaving for the Den. They don't mention how he did in that though. He lost both games. Shh. Edwards name-checked Romain Esse 18 and Esse Emakhu 20 as he spoke of his plans of integrating young players in his team. He told Millwall TV, I think there are several stages to bring a player in and getting the best out of them. I think the first point is to make it absolutely clear what's expected of them. What does that role really require? Make sure they understand the demands, because it can sound kind of romantic, let's bring the young boys in, but it's a serious job they have to do. They need to know the limits and the demands, so first and foremost, making sure they know that. But once they know that, giving them as much support at the training ground as you can to equip them with that and make sure they're ready. Once you're doing that, once you're telling them what they need to do and you're helping them every day, it's then that big piece of opportunity, and ultimately with certain players, certain types of football suits them more. So when you talk about players like Romain and Odomu, you've got some real flair players there, attacking players. Not only are they young players and every fan likes to see one of their own get on the pitch, but when you've got those boys, they can be the type of players that can get people off their seat when they get the ball. It's important the team is built for that as well, that we're looking after the ball well enough. Make sure we get good possession in good areas so those boys can showcase what they can do. So there you go. Interesting. Doesn't sound like he's going to throw them straight in, which is a sensible option. Now, the big story, one that has been on all of our minds. Why? Why, oh why? Also from the southwarknews.co.uk. The reason... Hello, what's going on here? What happened there? Okay, okay. The reason Joe Edwards is head coach and not manager at Millwall. Some distinction is semantics, but other clubs, including Millwall, are increasingly keen to be clearer on what the role of the main man is. It's because they've gone all woke, innit? It's like you can't say fireman, you can't say postman, you can't say milkman. Because what if a woman's doing a job? It's political correctness gone mad, isn't it? I mean, can't even call the fucking football manager a man anymore. It's insane. They did have that woman was on the betting odds about 20-1, Emma Hayes. I mean, are they having a laugh? Seriously, are they having a laugh? To some, I've already read that. Steve Kavanagh has revealed that Joe Edwards has been named head coach rather than the manager to reflect the changing role in modern day football. Mill's press statements around their new boss hired on Monday have all been very keen to avoid the word manager, unlike when Gary Rowett was hired 4 years ago. It follows a theme of many clubs in recent years who have opted to stick with the head coach role moniker, given the changing position of manager. Where people like Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United and Arsene Wenger at Arsenal used to literally manage multiple elements of their club, modern football has seen new roles created that has shifted some responsibility away from the man in the dugout. While many in football continue to use the terms interchangeably, Mill Chief Executive Kavanagh said Millville opted for head coach to make Edwards' role clearer. He told us then, he's in charge of first team football matters and he's there to make sure the team deliver on the pitch. What you get in modern football is that you start loading the coach with areas of responsibility that actually others can take off his shoulders to allow the focus on the first team. The head coach title is probably more recognising of that. It's a wider team effort, obviously, behind the scenes to allow that person the freedom to do what you want them to do, which is to coach the team, get that first team playing in a way that suits his vision and get results on the pitch. And that's what you want that person to do. Edwards has been joined by assistant head coach Andy Myers at the Den, while Adam Barrett and Andy Marshall have been retained as part of the backroom staff. The Lions announced last night that first team coach Paul Robinson, not that one, has mutually agreed to leave the club. So there you go. Like I said, manager. We can't have that. What about womanager? If it's a woman, just call it a womanager. Now, moving on to ding dong ding. Next week, there's no game because it's international games. Yeah, I know. We get a new manager and then he stops and starts. He's got a game and then he stops, and then maybe that's a good thing. He can work on some stuff in the training ground. Tom Bradshaw receives Cymru call up for November internationals. You have to call them Cymru now. We're not allowed to say Wales, like it says there. I guess they use Wales in headline because most people know what Wales is. This is from millfc.co.uk, the club's official website. Tom Bradshaw has been selected by Wales for their 2 November international fixtures. Cymru take on Armenia away and Turkey at home as their qualification campaign for Euro 2024 concludes, with Rob Page's side in the mix to appear at next summer's tournament in Germany. 2 wins will guarantee their place, whilst any other mix of results will see the likes of Croatia and Armenia able to qualify. Any further international call-ups from Millwall squad for November will be confirmed on millfc.co.uk. So they're in a group with Armenia and Turkey. Surprised they let Armenia and Turkey play in the same team. Very interesting. Reminder: almost certainly these games you will be able to watch for free, as long as you pay your TV license. And I know we all do that, don't we? We certainly do that. Because they're going to be on BBC iPlayer, so that's why. And S4C, and these are all free to air. It's a Saturday and Tuesday. There you go. Now that isn't it. There's more. Northern Ireland's George Saville. Mill's George Saville called up to Northern Ireland squad. George Saville has been called up by the Northern Ireland for November's international fixtures. The Green and White Army close out the Euro 24 qualifying campaign, which they can no longer qualify from, against Finland away and Denmark at home. But a positive result at Windsor Park could prevent the Danes reaching next summer's tournament. And there you go. The games are Friday night, 5 p.m. Well, it will be dark at 5 p.m. Friday, the 17th, and Monday night as well. So there you go. Hopefully Northern Ireland can do something and turn it around a bit, but they're coming through a bit of a transition as they're trying to get younger players into the team to replace some very experienced older players, and that's not easy at all. Now we're going to finish today's video with this, the loan roundup, the Loanwatch as it's called. Chinockley's loan spell at Bromley continued on Saturday evening as the Ravens took on Blackpool live on BBC Two. Unfortunately for the defender and the Vanarama National League outfit, the Sky Bet League One side advanced to the second round of the Emirates FA Cup courtesy of a 2-0 victory at Hayes Lane. Ockley played the full 90 minutes against the Tangerines as Bromley created chances against their lofty opponents, but they could not convert and exited the competition. Elsewhere, there was action for Joe Wright last week as Salford City defeated Manchester United under 21s 4-3 in a dramatic Bristol Street Motors Trophy tie. Yes, the EFL Trophy has got a new name and it's called the Bristol Street Motors. Yes. In a topsy-turvy encounter, Salford were 1-0 down, 2-1 up, and then 3-2 down before Matty Lund scored penalty kicks in the 87th and 95th minute to hand the Hammies 3 points. Because it's in the group stage. The goalkeeper was then an unused substitute at the weekend as Salford took Peterborough United to an Emirates FA Cup replay, drawing 2-2. So it looks like, in terms of Joe Wright, I mean, it's good for him if Salford City get as far as they can in that competition, because that's the only games that he's playing in is the EFL Trophy games. Yes. So we wish them as much luck as possible so he can get some games. Alex Mitchell, meanwhile, was an unused substitute as Lincoln City were knocked out of the Emirates FA Cup by Morecambe last weekend before the defender set out the Himps EFL Trophy success over Notts County on Tuesday night, a result which ensures their qualification for the next round. There you go. So here are the games coming up of the players on loan. Wealdstone didn't play because obviously they were knocked out by Bromley in the FA Cup. So there you go. All Saturday kickoffs, 3 p.m. all 3 p.m. And there you go. And that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching and goodbye.